गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः.
Karnataka School Examination and Assessment Board, Malleshwaram, Bengaluru. SSLC Model Question Paper 1 2025-26. Model Answers. Choose the appropriate question tag and fill in the blank. The smartphones create a lot of health problems. A. Didn't they? B. Don't they? C. Do they? D. Did they? Ans. B. Don't they? 2. Read the given conversation and choose the language function for the underlined sentence. Baleshwar, I'm new to Mumbai, but I've noticed that people here are afraid. Roma, yes, you're right. They fear of getting involved. A. Expressing agreement. B. Giving information. C. Accepting invitation. D. Expressing gratitude. Ans. A. Expressing agreement. 3. Fill in the blank choosing the appropriate if clause. Surrender. Hi, how do you feel now, Satish? Satish, it's been pretty bad since the last operation on my leg. Surrender, what actually happened there in Kashmir? Satish, I met with an accident. I fell off a rickety bridge over some rapids. Surrender, very sad. If you had been a little careful, it happened. A. Would have. B. Shall have. C. Wouldn't have. D. Will have. Ans. C. Wouldn't have. 4. Read the given conversation and choose the correct infinitive. Danvi, 1 a.m. going to the library. Need some more books for my studies. Nina, that's good. I too join with you. I have to refer to some books. A. Am. B. Going. C. To refer. D. Join. Ans. C. To refer. Do as directed. 5. Which word has 2 syllables? Returning, safer, desperately, speak. Ans. Safer. 6. Fill in the blank with the appropriate article. Dev is working in blank European country. Ans. 7. Fill in the blank with the appropriate tense form of the verbs given in brackets. Satish blank B plus draw when his father observed him. Ans. Was drawing. 8. Change the following sentence into positive degree. Swami was the cleverest boy in the class. Ans. No other boy in the class was as clever as Swami. 9. Fill in the blank using the suitable linker. Raju _____ his friend were playing chess. Ans. And. 10. Combine the following sentences using so, that. The players are very tired. They cannot play more. Ans. The players are so tired that they cannot play more. 11. Change the following sentence into passive voice. Swami caught the burglar. The burglar was caught by Swami. 12. Fill in the blank with the appropriate preposition. Don't laugh, me. Ans. At. 13. Fill in the blank with the appropriate form of the word given in the brackets. They should be given good, educate. Ans. Education. 14. Identify the parts of speech of the underlined word. Ravi won 2 gold medals this year. Ans. Adjective. 15. Read the following conversation and change the underlined sentence into reported speech. Neha, hello Niti, will you send me today's homework? Niti, yes, will. But why were you absent to school today? Niti, okay, take care of yourself. Neha asked Niti. Ans. Neha asked Niti whether, if she would send her the day's homework. 16. Use the word walk as a verb in your own sentence. Ans. I walk for 2 kms every day. Any other grammatically meaningful sentence. The following sentence has two errors. Edit the sentence and rewrite it in the answer. Booklet, the clues are given below. 17. Swami got up and spread his bed under the bench, but crouched there. A. Adverbial mistake to be corrected. Ans, hurriedly. B. Conjunction to be corrected. Ans, and. Answer the following questions in 2-3 sentences each. 18. Don Anselmo was passionate for his land and the children of his village. Justify. Ans. Don Anselmo was passionate for his land and the children of Rick en Medio. He used to plant a tree every time a child was born in the village. And when he sold his land, he did not sell the trees. He said the trees belonged to the children of Rio en Medio. 19. Ambedkar was described as the symbol of revolt. What made Nehru to describe so? Ans. Nehru described Dr. Ambedkar as a symbol of revolt because Dr. Ambedkar always fought for equality and social justice. In Parliament, he argued for many bills and never let the ministers be complacent. 20. Smitha was successful fulfilling her brother's wish. Elaborate. Ans. Smita's plan was to request Pandit Ravi Shankar to play the sitar for her brother. As soon as the concert was over, she went up to the stage and approached him. She told him about her sick brother and of how he longed to hear his music. Her plan was successful because they were touched by her brother's story and agreed to come to her house and played for her brother. 21. How, according to Boric, is survival of civilization threatened? Ans. The survival of our civilization is threatened by natural and man-made disasters. Some of them are earthquakes, self-inflicted destruction of megacities, environment catastrophes, economic and social crisis. Today there is a massive release of radioactivity from a nuclear disposal. 22. You cannot put a fence around the planet Earth. Is this tone of weakness or self-assertion? Give reason for your answer. Ans. The tone of the speaker in "You cannot put a fence around the planet Earth" is self-assertion. Because the human beings are acting as they own the Earth, but its nature is beyond human control. 23. Why were Babu and Manju a bit disappointed with the way the students were marching? Ans. The students marched back to their homes when the DSP asked them to go back. Manju and Babu thought that the students were scared of the police. According to Babu and Manju, the students should have protested. Mohan realized them how the British police provoked the copyright students to be violent. They were not prepared to go to jail. Taking up mountaineering was not a difficult decision for Dicky Dolma. Justify. Ans. From her childhood, Dolma was fascinated by the grandeur of the snow-clad peaks of the Himalayas. Beautiful mountain peaks surrounded her house in Palkan. They were the first things she saw every morning when she woke up, and this developed in her the zeal and the urge to climb those peaks and savor the breathtaking view from the top. 24. In what way did the absence of mother make Hanif and his brothers responsible? Ans. The absence of their mother made Hanif and his brother responsible because they had to take care of themselves and do all household works. They learned to cook, clean, study on their own and supported each other, which made them disciplined and responsible. How did the bird of happiness bring happiness to the Tibetan villages? Ans. The bird of happiness gave 3 loud cries. At the first cry, the golden sun broke through the clouds and a warm breeze came down. At the second cry, the forest appeared all over the mountains. At the third cry, green rivers and fields came into existence. All the people of the village never suffered again from that day. Answer the following questions in 5-6 sentences each. 2 times 3 = 6. 25. Write in your own words how Swami became a hero overnight. Ans. Swami was sleeping alone in his father's office room to prove he had courage. He was woken up by a rustling sound. In the darkness, he saw something moving towards him. He thought that the devil had come to carry him away. As it came nearer, he crawled out from under the bench. He hugged it with all his might and bit it with his teeth. That moving figure was one of the most notorious housebreakers of the district. The burglar fell among the furniture. The father, cook, and servant caught and handed the burglar to the police, so congratulations were showered on Swami. In this way, Swami became a hero by chance overnight. Swami was congratulated by everyone the next day. 26. The physical appearance of the jazz player does not match when he plays on his saxophone. Explain. Ans, an old jazz musician, is standing like a black ancient mariner. His old face is wrinkled and weary. His faded blue shirt has turned dark with sweat. His stomach is hanging loosely. His jacket's torn out and his necktie is undone and dropping loosely over the jacket. His shoes are torn and are stuffed with paper to cover the holes. His rough, unshaven face shows pain. He stands alone, head down, eyes closed and ears perked. An old saxophone hangs across his chest, supported from his neck by a wire coat hanger. The poet describes an old jazz player and how he transforms when he played the music he loves. He gently lifts the saxophone to the parted lips. Suddenly, he is filled with a new life. There is a power in his music which draws people to listen. Once he starts playing music, he is no longer a black man but a bird which gathers his wings and flies high and higher. He seems to be spreading the message of God through his music. Read the following extracts and answer the questions that follow. 27. I think it's astonishing that a stranger would jump off a train and risk his life for me. Who does I refer to? Pipe. Ans. Here, I refers to Roma Tauraja. B. Who was a stranger? Ans. Baleshwar was a stranger. C. How did the stranger help the speaker? Ans. Baleshwar jumped off the still-moving train. With the help of a tempo truck driver, he admitted her to the hospital. 28. Why should one man have the lives of 50 in his hands? Who is the speaker here? Ans. Diego is the speaker. B. Who does one ma refer to? Ans. Columbus is one man here. C. What does the speaker mean by this statement? Ans. Rebellious was his intention. He was not happy with the way Columbus behaved with them. Columbus didn't allow him to go back to their families. They didn't want to continue the voyage. 29. It is no career for a bright boy. Who made this statement? Ans. Satish's father Avatar Narain made this statement. B. What does it refer to? Ans. It refer to the drawing. C. What made the speaker think so? Ans. Because one cannot earn livelihood by the drawing and painting. 30. In solitary confinement as complete as any jail. Who is the speaker of the above words? Ans. The poet Norman Nicholson is the speaker. B. What is referred to as solitary confinement? Ans. Solitary confinement means the prison. C. Why does the speaker say so? Ans. The speaker would be all alone in his capsule in space. No one would visit him, nor would he have anyone to talk to. He would neither write nor receive any letters. 7. Given below is a profile. Write a paragraph using the clues given below. 31. Name, Mr. Raghavendra. Education, B. SCM Ed. Profession, Education Officer. Age, 55 years. Height and weight, 5.4, 55 kgs. Family, one son, engineer, and one daughter, studying MBBS. Reason for popularity, helpful, best gardener. Hobbies, gardening, beekeeping, coin collection. Ans. The paragraph is about Mr. Raghavendra. He has completed his degree in BSc and master's degree in education. He is working as an education officer. Now he is 55 years old. He is 5'4", height and 55 kgs. He has a son, he is an engineer, and one daughter, she is studying MBBS. He is popular for his helping nature and for his best gardening skills. His hobbies are gardening, beekeeping and coin collecting. 8. Develop the story using the clues given below. 32. Tortoise and hare, argument, race, settle the argument, race started, hare ran fast, slept, tortoise slowly reached, won the race. Ans. Once upon a time, a hare and a tortoise had an argument about who was faster. They decided to settle the argument with a race. The race started, and the hare quickly ran fast, leaving the tortoise far behind. Confident of winning, the hare decided to take a nap midway through the race. Meanwhile, the tortoise kept moving slowly and steadily. When the hare woke up, it was too late. The tortoise had already reached the finish line and won the race. The moral of the story is that slow and steady wins the race. X. Study the picture given below. 33. Write a description or an account of what the picture suggests to you in a paragraph. Ans. A picture speaks more than 1,000 words. I am going to write the description of this picture. This is a message-oriented picture. In this picture, I can see the road and signal lamps. There are 5 persons, including a young girl and a kid. The kid is going to help the blind person. The boy is using an umbrella as a stick to hold. Behind the blind man, I can see that there is a man moving towards the signal. He is carrying a bag with him. Between the kid and the blind man, a girl can be seen observing the helping nature of the boy. A person can be seen passing the signal on his scooter. He has worn helmet for his safety. We should wear helmet while riding two-wheelers. On my right, a car can be seen waiting for the green signal. We also should follow the traffic rules. Like this picture very much. 11. Alternative question for visually impaired candidates only. In lieu of cue number 33. Use the following phrasal verbs in sentences of your own. 3 times 1 equals 3. A. Pick up. Ans. Jay will pick up my bag before you leave. B. Pick out. Ans. I picked out a nice dress for my daughter. C. Pick on. Ans. It is wrong to pick on someone who is quiet. Quote from memory. 34. Ans. The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. Upon the place beneath, it is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. O.R. Ans. You talk of wondrous things you see. You say the sun shines bright. I feel him warm, but how can he? Or make it day or night? Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. 35. Artificial intelligence, AI, refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines, enabling them to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. AL encompasses various technologies like machine learning, natural language processing, and robotics. AL systems can analyze vast amounts of data, learn from it, and make predictions or decisions, often exceeding human capabilities in specific tasks. AI is used in numerous applications, including healthcare, finance, entertainment, and transportation, with self-driving cars being a prominent example. AI can automate repetitive tasks, improve decision-making, and enhance efficiency in various industries. One of the main concerns about AI is the potential for job displacement due to automation. Ethical considerations surrounding AI, such as data privacy and bias, are also important areas of focus. The future of AI holds Significant potential for both positive transformation and challenges, requiring careful consideration of its societal impact. How is AI useful for us? Ans. AI is used in numerous applications, including healthcare, finance, entertainment, and transportation, with self-driving cars being a prominent example. AI encompasses various technologies like machine learning, natural language processing, and robotics. AI systems can analyze vast amounts of data, learn from it, and make predictions or decisions, often exceeding human capabilities in specific tasks. B. What is one of the main concerns about AI? Ans. One of the main concerns about AI is the potential for job displacement due to automation. 12. Answer the following question in about 8-10 sentences. 36. The behavior of Ruskin Bond's grandmother is unusual. Explain. Ans. In this poem, the poet Ruskin Bond beautifully describes his granny's love for trees and childish activities. The poet calls his granny a genius because she could climb tree even at the age of 62. She had learnt it from her loving brother at the age of 6. Everybody feared that one day she would have a terrible fail. It was feared that one day she would fall and suggested her not to climb tree, but she didn't stop. One day when she was alone at home, she climbed a tree, but could not come down. She was rescued from the tree top. After rescue, the doctor advised her rest for a week. She felt like she was in hell. She called her son and told him her wish to build and stay in a house on the treetop. He fulfilled her wish. Granny moved to her new house happily and enjoyed her olden days. Write the summary of the poem, The Song of India. Ans. The Song of India is a beautiful poem written by V.K. Gokak. In this poem, the poet describes the Mother India. This poem is in a form of conversation between the poet and the Mother India. The poet goes on asking about what song he would like to sing. He describes about the natural beauty of our country like Himalayas, 3 oceans and the sunrise looking like gold strikes. He also describes about our beautiful temples, curved figures on the walls. They tell us story. The poet also remembers our soldiers who sacrifice their lives for the country. He wishes to sing about our seers and prophets who always put us on a right path. In the end, the poet describes the industrial progress, the dams and lakes which are our pride. He also praises about the steel mills and shipbuilding yards. But Mother India doesn't like all these. She asks him to sing about poor people, beggars, lepers, unemployment problem and strikes. The spirit of the little maiden saved the life of the sailors. Justify. Ans. It was a dark, stormy night in winter. A ship was out at sea. Huge waves dashed against the ship and the roar of the sea filled the sailors with fear. They crowded together in the cabin. Even the bravest among them could not sleep. They just sat in the darkness and prayed. As the storm continued, the captain too gave up hope and said that nothing could save them. At that point, the captain's little daughter held his hand and quietly asked if God protected them on land, would he not protect them at sea? Her faith in God filled the sailors with a new hope. By morning, the storm cleared and they reached the harbor safely. 13. Write an essay on any one of the followings. 37. Air pollution. Ans. Introduction. Air pollution is one of the most serious environmental problems faced by the world today. It refers to the presence of harmful substances in the air that we breathe. These pollutants can be natural or man-made, and they affect not only human health but also plants, animals, and the entire ecosystem. Causes. There are many causes of air pollution. 1. The most common cause is the smoke released from vehicles such as cars, buses, and trucks. 2. Factories and industries also release toxic gases and chemicals into the atmosphere. 3. Burning of fossil fuels like coal, petrol, and diesel further increases the amount of harmful gases in the air. 4. In rural areas, burning of agricultural waste and firewood also contributes to air pollution. 5. Natural events such as forest fires and volcanic eruptions can pollute the air as well, though they happen less frequently. Effects. Air pollution has several harmful effects. 1. When people breathe polluted air, it can lead to health problems such as asthma, lung infections, coughing, and breathing difficulties. 2. It can also cause long-term diseases like lung cancer and heart problems. 3. Air pollution damages crops, reduces soil fertility, and harms animals. 4. It also contributes to global warming and climate change by increasing the amount of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Remedies. To reduce air pollution, everyone must play a responsible role. 1. Governments should make strict laws to control emissions from industries and vehicles. Public transport, cycling, and carpooling can reduce the number of vehicles on the road. 2. Using cleaner energy sources like solar and wind power can replace fossil fuels. 3. Planting more trees is one of the simplest ways to clean the air, as trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. 4. People should avoid burning waste and should dispose of garbage properly. Conclusion. Air pollution is a serious issue that demands immediate attention. If we want a healthy and safe future, we must take steps today to protect our environment. Clean air is essential for life, and it is our duty to keep it pure for ourselves and for future generations. B. Mobile phones. Ans. Introduction. Mobile phones have become an important part of our daily life. Today, almost every person, including students, uses a mobile phone for communication, learning, and entertainment. With the growth of technology, mobile phones have changed the way we live, study, and connect with others. Advantages. Mobile phones have many advantages. 1. They help us stay in touch with family and friends through calls, messages, and video chats. 2. Students use phones to access online classes, educational videos, and digital notes. 3. Mobile phones also provide useful tools such as calculators, cameras, maps, and the internet, which make daily tasks easier. 4. In emergencies, mobile phones can save lives by allowing quick communication. Disadvantages. 1. Many students spend too much time on games, social media, and videos, which affects their studies. 2. Excessive use can cause eye strain, headaches, and lack of sleep. 3. Addiction to mobile phones can reduce physical activity and affect mental health. 4. Misuse of phones, such as cyberbullying or spreading misinformation, can also create problems. Conclusion. In conclusion, mobile phones are powerful devices that offer many benefits if used properly. They can improve learning and communication, but misuse can lead to serious problems. Responsible and smart use of mobile phones is the key to enjoying their advantages while avoiding their negative effects. C. Social media. Introduction. Social media has become an important part of modern life. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and Twitter allow people to share information, communicate instantly, and express their opinions. For students, social media is both helpful and challenging, depending on how it is used. Advantages. 1. It helps people stay connected with family and friends, even if they live far away. 2. Students can use social media to join study groups, watch educational videos, and learn New skills. 3. News and information spread quickly, helping people stay updated about events happening around the world. 4. Social media also gives individuals a platform showcases their talents such as singing, dancing, art, or writing. Disadvantages. 1. Spending too much time on these platforms can affect studies and reduce concentration. 2. Many students become addicted to scrolling, gaming, or chatting, which leads to less physical activity and poor sleep. 3. Social media can also expose young people to cyberbullying, fake news, and harmful content. 4. Sometimes, people compare themselves with others online, which affects them self-confidence and mental health. Conclusion. Social media is a powerful tool that can be useful or harmful depending on how it is used. When used responsibly, it helps in learning, communication, and creativity. But misuse can lead to serious problems. Smart and balanced use of social media is essential for a healthy and productive life. 14. Write a letter using the information given below. 38. Imagine you are Suhas Saritha studying in 10 STD, Government High School, Naryanapura. Write a letter to your cousin Janaki inviting her to attend your brother's birthday. Suhas. 10th STD. Government High School, Naryanpur. The 28th of November 2025. Dear Janaki, I am fine with my study. I hope you are doing well. It has been a long time since we met. I'm writing a letter to you to invite you to my brother's birthday celebration. We are planning a small party at home on 15th of December at 7 p.m. There will be games, music, cake cutting ceremony. It would be a great fun if you also join us and make it more special. Please try to attend without fail. Everyone is eagerly waiting to meet you. Thank you. Yours loving cousin, Suhas. OR. Write a letter to the municipal officer to provide drinking water facility in your locality. From Saritha. 10th STD. Government High School, Naryanapur. The 28th of November 2025. 2. The Municipal Officer, Naryanapur. Respected Sir. Subject, request to provide drinking water facility in our locality. I, the resident of Vijayanagar of Naryanapur city, would like to bring to your kind notice that our area has been facing a severe shortage of drinking water for the past few weeks. The supply is irregular, and the residents are finding it very difficult to manage daily needs. We kindly request you to take necessary action at the earliest and provide a proper drinking water facility in our locality. Your timely support will greatly help all the families living here. I hope you will look into this matter and resolve it as soon as possible. Thanking you. Yours faithfully, Saritha.